Hello dear students. In previous video, you all have learned about computer and its different types. In this video, you will learn computer memory and its types. So, let us discuss what is memory. As we are human beings, whatever we see, whatever we listen, if we want to store that thing, we store it in our brain. Same, if computer want to store anything, that will be stored in its memory. So we can say that a computer memory is like a brain which stores the data and information. Now why we need data and information? If we want to get some result from the computer, if we want to perform any task, then we give the data to the computer and then it gives us result and save it in its memory so that we can see that result in future. Now computer memory is a huge memory. It is divided into parts and these parts are called cells. Now what are the types of memory? There are mainly three types of memory, that is primary memory, secondary memory and cache memory. We will discuss primary memory. Primary memory is called the main memory of the computer because without primary memory our computer can't run. Everything that is necessary to run a computer, that is stored in primary memory. It is also called a volatile memory. Volatile means that is changeable, means data is changeable. In primary memory nothing is permanent and the data which we need regularly, that is stored in our primary memory. And primary memory is also divided into two parts, that is RAM and ROM. Firstly RAM, that is random access memory, and second is ROM, that is read-only memory. The RAM we can call it a read-write memory because we can read it and we can write in this memory. In this memory data remains only until the power supply is on. If power supply is off, then data will be disappeared from this memory. And RAM only stores a small amount of data. It cannot store a large amount of data. And second is ROM, that we call read-only memory, that is a non-volatile memory, means the data that is in ROM, that is unchangeable. We cannot change that because ROM contains that data that is necessary to run our computer. So we cannot change ROM because if we want to change ROM, then our computer will not work. Secondary memory. We call secondary memory backup memory also because anything that we want to save in computer for a long time so that we can use it in future, then we will save it in secondary memory. In secondary memory, data remains until we don't delete that data. It will not lost when power is off or we switch off the lights. And a computer can run without secondary memory because secondary memory is not necessary in any computer. To run a computer, we only need primary memory, and to store our data for a long time to use it in future, then we need secondary memory. The access time of secondary memory is slower than primary memory. The examples of secondary memory is like hard disk, CDs, DVDs, USBs and different media that we use to store our data. Last one is cache memory. Cache memory is very high speed memory. It stores the data for very short time, like a data that we are using frequently, that a computer need at very fast time, that we will store in cache memory. Cache memory, we can say it is like a buffer between primary memory and CPU. Buffer means like if the user, means we, give any instruction to the CPU, then CPU perform that task in primary memory. But in cache memory, that instructions that need frequently, that are stored in cache memory. So we give instruction to the CPU, they perform in primary memory, but some of the data of that instruction will be stored in cache memory so that computer can access that data very fast. The storage capacity of cache memory is very limited and it is very expensive also. Thank you all. You all are requested to write down all the points in your notebook so that you can learn, you can revise it later on. Thank you.